Days of wonder lost their shine. Take away before it's time. Don't believe it, leaving you, you and I, the world that I love. I'd almost feel it when you find me. I couldn't trust no one around me. Yeah, I know sometimes I'm trouble, but I hate to see you struggle. Never give up even once on me. Wanna save you, more you know, to keep believing. Darkness grows, you and I, the world that I love. I'd almost feel it when you find me. I couldn't trust no one around me. Yeah, I know sometimes I'm trouble, but I hate to see you struggle. You never give up even once on me.
So that's a song called Keep Believing from John Andrews, who joins me now in the studio. John, how are you, sir?
How you doing? Very well.
And of course you've got the new EP coming out as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
The new EP is called Johnny Was. Johnny Was is a shout out to Stiff Little Fingers and Bob Marley. It's also about growing up, and it's also about not being who you used to be. 5 tracks. Yeah, about 3 of the 5 tracks were written in prison, and the other 2 upon release. So these are old songs to me now. I have a bit of an albums worth to go here, about 10 songs. So these are kind of like old songs to me, but I wanted to give the thing a proper release. So it's been getting good airplay globally on some bigger stations and a lot of smaller stations.
Okay.
So yeah.
We'll talk about your prison experience in a second, but this is the second EP you've had out. The first one you brought out, I suppose kind of would bring back a lot of maybe unhappy memories, wouldn't it?
Yes and no, because some of the songs I find are a nice way. Some of them can be almost like a nice memory, can be comforting. Of course, the darker ones, it can be hard to go back there and play them. You don't always feel in the headspace that you can go back and play them, but then sometimes you can, you know. Yeah, it was a learning curve, you know. It was really trying to just work on improving my voice and what I wanted to sound like and what I wanted to put out and say, most importantly.
At the time of the first EP, you just lost your brother, hadn't you?
I'd lost Mark, yeah, and some months went by, and I think it was about 9-10 months I started writing, and I thought I'll start from the beginning and I'll write the best thing I can write, most true to what I want to say, and did that. The songs were very basic then as the outcome. It was mostly acoustic, and you know, there wasn't too much going on. Sort of listen to it now, it sounds very bare.
Yeah.
This one, however, we've got 4 tracks that's a full band, and the last track is acoustic, because I didn't want to change that. I'm very much like an acoustic performer at the minute, although I'm starting to form bands and stuff as at the minute too.
So tell us a bit about you then. How long have you been doing the whole singer-songwriter thing for?
I've been properly on this circuit, or this kind of local thing, for since the beginning of 2016.
Okay.
And I've been putting on regular shows ever since, in the likes of, it would have been the Empire, or Voodoo, or the Sunflower Fest, Fila Fest, Eastside Arts Fest. And mainly looking for shows that I can push my own stuff, because primarily it's all my own original. I want to do a new thing, you know. I love doing covers, but as an extra, you know.
Yes. And did you come from a musical family?
Yeah, my mum plays the organ in one of Ian Paisley's churches. It still does.
Right.
In East Belfast. So that was an interesting upbringing, and actually the first track on the EP deals with that. It's called Pray.
Right.
And it's very heavily influenced by characters within there. And
you mentioned that you spent some time in prison, and you wrote a lot of songs in there.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
It was interesting. Some nice people in there. People in for stupid reasons. People in for horrible reasons. But good people in there nonetheless. You know, I made some good friends, and I met a lot of people who I thought were good friends until I got out. And yeah, I mean, there's a song there. I'm not going into too much detail, but you know, some of the darker reasons people are in prison. There's a song about that. It's called Rootsville. It's actually on Spotify now. Well, I recorded it here in Belfast. It's not on the EP, but it's very dark and bluesy, and it's about somebody trying to convince you that they're innocent while they're inside. And a lot of people were sat on the fence, couldn't actually make up their mind whether he was telling the truth or not. You know, so that's very much what that's about.
Okay. If people want to find out more information about you and listen to some of your material, how do they do that?
They go to Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and it's all the same name, Johnny Was, N-I, one word.
What about hopes for the future? Are you an ambitious person?
I'm very ambitious now, yeah. I started doing this in 2014, and I said to myself I would work at it every day to improve what I could and learn as much as I could while doing it, and to really think about what I wanted to say to put music out. You gotta have something to say. The way I look at it is I want to do it my whole life. I work full time in a factory, like, and I want to do my own music for a living. I want to sell tickets, and I want to, make my living from it. That's it, you know.
Well, do you know what? From what I've heard today, I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure it happens. Like, one way or another.
I really do. Will you do one more for us before you go?
Absolutely, yeah.
What are you going to do this time?
Heavy Rain.
What's the story behind this one?
This is a story about addiction, and fighting really hard to overcome it, but that not being apparent maybe to your partner.
All right.
Or maybe they don't see that, you know.
John, thank you so much for
joining us.
Thank you very much. And the very best of luck with the
new
EP.
Appreciate it.
Okay, here we go with Heavy Rain. Here is John Andrews.
At the end day on a Friday, it's my day. Let me sing and spill my guts. Heart and soul just wanna strut my way. Good golly, time just ticking by you. Sick and tired, I rely on. But I've been freedom fighting, really trying. It's true. I just want to feel something more. Sirens came, heavy rain has something more. Mr. Magic, the great unknown, fairy tales and what could have been. I look back and gobsmacked, what a scene. This really happened to me. I just want to feel something more. Sirens came, heavy rain, something more. Tired from the tears, tired of aching, heart is breaking, rather rage, wreck myself mentally, something's gotta give, breaking point eventually, but nights full of pain, never wanted sympathy, the sky ain't the same, heart full of empathy when dark times came, single the community with just old friends, strangers in the century will come on then.